Okay, so solving right triangles. You've done this before. We're going to add just a touch to it. We're going to bring in the unit circle a little bit. Okay, so if I am, now we're going to be calculating angle measurements. We've been calculating side lengths. Now we're going to be calculating angle measurements. So if I say the sine of x is root 3 over 2. Does anybody remember what that goes with? What angle measure that goes with? Okay, which one? 30, 60, or 90? How do you know that? Okay, there's a chart in your book. Yes, 5, 5. Okay. So there's one method. Copy the chart to your blue sheet. Okay. There's a unit circle. If this is a 60-degree angle, that point is 1/2 root 3 over 2. Let me rewrite that better. So I put this here because I know we've had some troubles. Okay, the sine of 60 is root 3 over 2. That's the y value of that. Okay, so this is a 60-degree angle. If it's root 3 over 2, we know that has to be 60 degrees. Okay, so a couple ways to think about it. Bring the unit circle in because I know you have trouble. What's the cosine of 60? Yeah. Okay, same reason. It's the x value. So be aware of that. Okay. Okay, so now I've given you two side lengths. You need to find angle measure. It's the same process we've been using. We use sine, cosine, tangent, or the other three to set up. We've been.
What time do you get that?
Oh, Jason, I have fun. Oh.
You guys need to bring your brains to school because you've been out there lately. You're not even thinking. You've known it. Yeah, you have. And I could probably show you the test that proves that.
Would it be cosine? Oh, okay.
Remember that?
Would it be cosine?
Okay, cosine, because we have A and H. So cosine of alpha equals 17 over 32. How do I solve for alpha? Okay, we want to say move the cosine over, right? Not quite the right language. We have to do what's called the inverse. So, yeah, we'll just go with it. It's like adding and subtracting are inverses. Okay, so if you're going to add something, or if you have a positive, you would subtract it because they're inverses. Multiply and divide, when you move stuff over, they're inverses. Cosine and cosine inverse. Okay. So it's just second cosine on your calculator. 17 divided by 32. Making sure again you're in degree mode for now. Okay. That's it. You guys know how to you know how to do these functions, right? You can figure which one out, do the inverse, you're good to go. Okay. No, just be patient. I know. I wish I could sometimes, yes. There are some kids that I can smack because I have permission. One, two. Have I? No.
Not yet.
Not yet. After you graduated. Okay. Okay, this goes to the concept of inverses. This should be an automatic. What's the answer? Wrong. Huh? This is akin to saying, that would have been a bad example. This is akin to saying this. So what's the answer? They're inverses. They can basically cancel each other out. Squared and square root are inverses. They cancel each other out. Okay? It's the same concept. You guys know that one. Okay. You might run into something like this, though. Cosine. In which case you have to employ your calculator skills. What's sine inverse of 2/3? What? It's 40 what? Okay. And what's cosine of 41.81? Okay. So second way. You can do this without decimals and fractions and calculators. Here's how to do it. This is method 2. Without decimals. Okay. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, right? So opposite is 2, hypotenuse is 3. So we put 2/3 in opposite and hypotenuse. What is the value for x? Don't look at me like that. I'm not going to give you the answer. Think. We are going to stand here until Jared comes up with a method to solve this problem. Well, somebody just gave you a big hint. Ding, ding, ding. So 9 minus 4 is 5. Okay, so the root of x, root of 5. Now what's
Sine 2 over 3?
what's the cosine of that angle? What's the cosine of alpha? Adjacent over hypotenuse, right? Root 5 over. There's method 2. You don't even have to calculate the angle measurement. All you have to calculate is the triangle measurements on the legs. Okay. So this is the moment you pray and say, Mr. Arthur, I hope you let us use decimals this time? Right? Probably not. Okay, if I give you a triangle, oh, you shouldn't have. I'm so happy. Okay, I give you 2 pieces of information. Can you figure out the rest? I've shown it all to you. This is called solving a right triangle. Okay. Somebody might ask you, can you please solve the right triangle? You have to find everything. Okay. What's the measure of angle B? Yep, 180 minus 90 minus 33 is 57.
Got it.
Okay, that's one of them. Now A and C. How can I solve for A? Yep, because we have opposite here and adjacent here, so tan works. Tan 33 equals A over 5.8. Anybody? Anybody disagree? Oops. Okay, and what about C? Yeah. You can use the Pythagorean theorem now. You can use sine, or you can use cosine. Pick one. What? Sine? Okay. Sine of 33 is A over C. A is 3.766. Remember that C is division this time. What do you get? No.
What's the distance?
Yeah, 3.766 divided by sine 33. That sounds better.
It's actually 91.
What's the, did he round up?
So,
All right, any questions? Because I could. I could have used cosine too, or the Pythagorean theorem. You have about 5.5.
Yay, homework.
You're so lying to me.